Hi everyone, a very good evening. So I am Anshu Budhia and I'm going to be teaching you MA Management Accounting. Many of you I think I know from the previous classes, and many of you we are going to be now interacting for the first time. I do hope that we are going to have a lot of fruitful sessions, entertaining ones, not at all boring ones. This is what I hope for. And hopefully we are going to be having 100% live attendance in all the sessions. Thank you. Yeah, so good evening, and please try to keep the names that I can understand who is the person. So please rename your accounts by that name. For example, ARZ, I'm really sorry. I really don't know who are you. Please write your name in full. Good evening. Good evening, Kanak. I'm good. I hope the same for you. Diksha, good evening. Thank you. Even I'm happy to see your name again. Good evening, Apurva. Good evening, Harshpreet. Good evening, Divyam. Good evening, Heem. Everybody, a very, energetic good evening to all of you. Yeah. So Chitra, Ishu, all of you, Mehek, Nandini, Yashika, Divya, yeah, Kanak, give your exam sooner. And I hope to have a wonderful result for you for F3. Lakshit, good evening. Jatin, good evening. Good evening, Harsh. Okay, many of you, you've given your introductions in the groups. As I understand, most of the strength is in college. Of course, I know. Good evening, Divya. Yeah, some of you are in schools, many of you are in college though. So I really want 2 to 3 things from all of you. So let's first understand what is my requirement for all of you, and then I will tell you what all I'm going to give to all of you. Good evening, Divya. Guys, first and foremost requirement to everybody in the class is you got to attend your live sessions regularly, because that really helps you in understanding your concepts, your topics, your questions. You get habitual of doing questions when you attend sessions. Okay, so I believe that gives you a lot of confidence. So please attend your live sessions regularly and compulsory. Second most important point is, all of you know, those who have attended the previous sessions with me, any and every concept that I tell to you, it has to be absolutely crystal clear in your head. Okay, that means there is no scope of any doubts and confusions in your head. If you have any doubts or confusions, ask me 100 times. Because when I ask you questions, I want rewards. Okay, and I want everybody to reward. There is no sleeping and passive student in my class. There has to be 100% awake students in the class. Then only it makes sense, right? Because I'm not here to just speak. You listen, and then we say bye, tata. Okay, we have to interact with each other. And the way of interaction is you using the chat box, and I'm using my audio videos. So you have no other option but to see me or the book or any other thing that I show you here. Okay. And I don't have any other option but to read your names. Okay. Apart from this, guys, you can ask me any queries anytime. You know that I'm going to resolve them till each one in the class is absolutely crystal clear with that concept. You would be having homeworks, okay, regularly. So I give you, today's class as a bonus class. Bonus class means today you don't have any homeworks. Next class onwards, you will have homeworks. So please get your books, ebooks, whatever, till the next class at least. Because next class onwards, that is day after tomorrow, when I start giving you homeworks, though very less in number, you should be able to complete it. Okay, and then we'll discuss it in the next class to the class in which I give you homework. Next, what I'm going to give you now, I'm going to ensure you are all absolutely crystal clear with the concepts. We're doing questions in the class. I'm making you understand the question paper format. I'll make sure that we do mock papers in the class. Okay, I give a lot of content in the group as well, and we do mock sessions in the class. What I expect from all of you is attendance in the class. Please don't miss the class unless and until it's like super duper urgent. Otherwise, don't miss the class. My request. Okay. Sometimes we may find that, MS sessions are boring. It's got some theory or not. That's okay. I'll try my best not to make them boring. If you feel boring, please put up in the chat box, ma'am, I'm feeling bored. So then we'll try to add some entertainment to it. Okay. Yeah. Ahmad is asking, ma'am, till what time the portion will be completed? Generally, see I think it's mentioned to you, it's around 65 to 75 hours roughly. We will have around 35 sessions. So in a week we have 3 sessions, so roughly it will spread across 3 months. Okay, 2.5 to 3 months. I am taking higher side 3 months. The reason being we have holidays in between, so considering those, it will be finished in 3 months. We'll have 2 hours class every day for 3 days a week. So we'll have 6 hours precisely every week. That's around 24 to 25 hours every month. Okay. So considering that, generally we should be able to finish up within 2.5 months. But if you have leave, holidays and all in between, it may just extend by another 1 week or so. Fine. Okay. Another thing, when you're answering questions to me, the question which I ask you in the class, you all have to revert direct messages to me. You don't have to write it to everyone. Okay. Let everyone think from their brains. So please just write it to me, not to everyone in the class. I hope it's clear. Before we proceed, anyone has any queries, any doubts that you want to ask me, please put up in the chat box. Anything that you want to ask. Thank you, Kanak. I want crystal clear. Okay. And I don't want anybody to just sitting, listening, and for the sake of it. You got to participate because I will be calling your names. So I want everybody to be attentive in the class. How many of you are aware of the subject MA, the paper pattern and all? How many of you are aware of the paper pattern, the format of the papers? How does it look like? Anybody who's aware of it? No, we are Divya, Nandini, the most intelligent students of the class. They are fully aware of it. So the rest, everyone, look here. Oh, sorry, you have raised your hand that you are not aware of it. Okay. Not a problem. So today, before we start with the subject and start the chapter, let's quickly have a look. How does your paper pattern look like? Okay. What kind of a paper that you will be getting? For some of you, it is your first foundation level exam. Don't be petrified by it. Don't be scared, okay? Do not be scared at all by thinking, oh my God, I'm going to give give the first ACC exam. Please don't be. Instead, be enthusiastic and encouraged that, wow, I'm going to be appearing for my ACC foundation exam. So that means it's one step ahead to my aim of becoming ACC affiliate. Okay? Just give me a moment. I'll share the screen and then we will start with it. Can you all see the screen that I've shared? Please just let me know. Fine. Okay, great. So guys, this is the book that we are going to be following. It is your foundations in accountancy. It is a level and the subject is MA Management Accounting. This book is valid from 1st September to 31st August 2023. Some of you ask me questions. Ma'am, I've got old book. I've got the old book PDF. Can I use that book? See, when we are having a new book, it has got to have some changes. So one way is you keep your old book with you where I'm doing in the classes this new book, you please study along with the new book. Wherever there are changes, please mark it in the old book or get the new book. Option is yours. Many of you again ask me, ma'am, can we use the PDF that we have got from the Telegram, or should we use the ebook only? So the answer to your question, PDFs do not have this portion, which is further questions. Okay, these question answers, which is a question bank, it is not available in PDF. It is only available in ebooks. So if you want to do more practice, get the ebook. Okay. Let's quickly have a look at your topics, your chapters. So let's get familiar with this subject. My point is, let's get some familiar with this book, with this subject. These are the different chapters that we are going to be covering. So precisely, we'll be covering around 18 chapters. Okay. So each chapter has got different topics, different areas, and this MA subject is highly important. It's directly linked with your PM, performance management, in your skills level. So the concepts that you understand here, they become a base for PM. Let me tell you, PM is one of the little technical and little, difficult paper skills. So, and why people find it difficult? Why students find it difficult? The reason is because the concepts that you got in MA, the foundation level, they are dwindling. They were not very strong. So due to which, when these concepts were applied in PM, of course, it's bound that you will not be understanding it. You will have problems. So please get these core concepts absolutely clear. Fine? There is another, helping tool, that is essential reading portion that's introduced in your BPP books. Essential reading is basically more details of a particular topic with some more illustrations that is being followed in the essential reading. Utkarsh is asking me, ma'am, why Kaplan is not followed? Tell me, Utkarsh, why you did not use, which pen do you use, Utkarsh? Any brand pen you use? Which brand? Write it, which brand? Okay. Reynolds? Utkarsh, why you're not using Parker? Why you're not using Cello? You got your answer. So there is BPP, there is Kaplan. So whom the VGLD has a tie-up with will be using those books. Am I clear? Content-wise, they are same. Okay, question-wise, they're more or less same. So whether you follow BPP, whether you follow Kaplan, doesn't matter. You are going to clear by any of the way that you follow. Clear? Never forget it. Okay, so now these are different topics on which we have some extra information, some more detailed information in the form of essential reading. Fine? Don't look at the topics, they'll look scary to you. So just have a feel of the syllabus. These are the various sections in which your syllabus is divided. Okay, now guys, everybody look here. Now I'm going to tell you about your CBE pattern. What is CBE? Computer-based exams. Now your foundation and the skills, they are not paper-based. They are computer-based. That means that they have to be done in the computer only. So you go to the center and you book your exam, and these are on-demand exams, means today you're ready, and if you have a slot in the coming week or maybe 2 days after, 3 days after at the center, you can book the exam. So that's a comfort. Okay. Now, everybody, I want your eyes down here, please. Very, very important. What is the total weightage that we carry, that the paper carries? Total marks of the paper is 100 marks. Total time allotted is 2 hours. The paper is divided into 2 sections, section A, section B. Section A has got 35 questions of 2 marks each. 2 into 35 is total 70 marks. Section B will have 3 task questions of 10 marks each. How many multitask will be there? That's not going, we don't know about it. A question may have 2 parts, a question may have 3 parts. But each question will be for 10 marks. So that's 10 into 3, total 30 marks. Now, various questions come in our head that, ma'am, out of 35 questions in section A, what if we get 5 wrong, 6 wrong? Will entire section A will be marked 0? No. They're individually marked. So for every correct question you do, you will get 2 marks. For every wrong question you do, you will get 0. So what does this mean? That you can never have 1 marks. In section A and B, in section A only I'm speaking. In section A, either you will get 2 if everything is correct, or you will get 0. If half answer is correct, half is wrong, you will get 0 only. Okay? Section B, there are 3 compulsory multitask questions, MTQs. Multitask means, there are step marking involved. So even if you got some steps correct, some wrong, you will get step marks. So be rest assured for that. As per the question, you will get marks. But in section A, if you got all correct, then only you'll get 2. If you got even 1 wrong for that particular question, you will get 0. No part marking. Because it is checked by computer system. Okay. Next, ACCA does not have negative marks. Good news. So what does this mean? Even if I don't know any, a particular question, I can do eeny, meeny, miny, mo and select the best option that I have. So that's precisely best way to answer those questions is get your best guess. Okay. Have your best guess in case. And this is only in the questions where I'm really blank. I really don't know what is the answer. Because ideally you should know all the answers. But if suppose one odd question you don't know, give your best guess. That's the very, very important thing. Don't leave any question behind because ACCA does not have any negative mark. Remember that. Okay. The passing marks is 50%. You will know it instantly whether you passed or not. The moment you complete your exam, or suppose time limit is over, your paper will be automatically submitted. Don't worry. That suppose your time limit was over and you could not submit the exam, it will be automatically submitted and you will get your provisional marks then and there. Generally, provisional and final marks are same, but there have been some instances very rarely where they have been different. So you will not assume that your case is different. You will assume that it's same. So you'll get your provisional marks then and there, that whether you're failed or passed. And if failed or passed, by what number, it will be reflected there. Fine. Everybody. Just few more things, guys. Okay. Now, many times, many of you ask me, ma'am, do we need a scientific calculator? Do we need a normal calculator? What calculator should we buy? First of all, the same calculator should be used that you're using in the class and in the exam. Why? Because you are habitual of doing questions from this calculator. So don't try yourself with experimenting yourself with a new calculator in the final exam. Use the same calculator that you're using in your everyday classes, everyday studies while you are doing questions in the final exam. Okay. Now, which calculator to get? You can get a scientific calculator, you can buy standard calculator. But there's only one requirement with scientific calculator that should be followed. This is the series of the calculator that's generally, popular for your exam. FX82ES. It's a scientific calculator that can be used in the exam. Okay. So that was all about your introduction to your MA subject. Anybody has any queries in the CBE patterns and all, please put up in the chat box. Do you have any query in the CBE platform with CBE pattern for your exam format? Anything, please be very comfortable and put it in the chat box. So now I will even show you a question paper sample so that you will know what kind of questions can come in the exam, the paper pattern. Should we move? Or anybody has any queries? Guys, tell me quickly. Okay, then let's proceed. Kanak is asking me which calculator would you recommend, which is best for F2 in calculations. So let's progress and see which calculator is best. But yes, for F2, you don't have any log functions and all. See, why would you use a calculator, scientific calculator, when you have log functions, when you have cube roots and all? Square roots can be found, can be even found by the standard calculators. I recommend please use a standard calculator always. Okay. Guys, how many of you have seen this site, ACCA Global? Or I'll ask reverse. How many of you have not seen this site ever, ACCA Global? Please put up in the chat box those who have really not seen the site. And I want you to be honest in case if you are, the one who has not seen the site ever. Apurva has seen it. Yeah. He has never seen. Anybody else who's never seen this site? I want to know only those students who have never seen this site, never visited. Okay, great. So all of you who have never visited this site, please pay extra attention to it. Those who have visited, you may be, able to relate to it when I'll just take you to the different pages. So please be very attentive when I'm doing it. Oh, wow. Very good, Kanak. Okay, everybody, I am on this ACCA Global. I'll just show you you can Google it and you will find ACCA Global here. Okay, I'm on the home page. You will go to students. Everybody, please just navigate. You can navigate along with me if you're on the laptop. Otherwise, just see it here. Students and go to study support resources. When you go to study support resources, please click here, ACCA qualification, and select your subject. Now, once you're in the ACC, this MA subject, here are a few things which are given to you by the ACCA, like a brief introduction about management accounting. Okay, this is very important. This is examining team guidance. Examining team guidance means this will tell you this PDF about the structure of the exam. This is examiner's report of the various attempts. You can see here. What is an examiner report? Examiner report basically tells you, that what were, for some questions only they take it here and they analyze it. That what were the best answers for this question and what was the answer that were given by students or not, they've done poorly. So you should go through examiner's report, at least 1 or 2 reports before you sit for the exam, and ideally You should visit it once we are done almost half of the syllabus. Then you would be able to understand that where was the mistake. Okay, then basically you would be able to understand that what were the mistakes that were done by the ones who have fared poorly, or what were the good points in answering, in the thought process of the ones who have answered it absolutely correctly. So this is, you should visit examiner's report at least 2 to 3 reports before you appear for your exam. So you would be able to ensure that you are not repeating the same mistakes that were done by some of the students. Now here is the syllabus. Okay, this is your language support. These are the practice tests. This is a specimen exam. These are the technical articles. What are technical articles? Technical articles are just a detailed explanation of particular points, like here it is for ratio analysis, fixed overhead absorption. So for particular topics, these are detailed, information about them along with the examples. So then you would be able to understand the topic even more better. So it's obviously more beneficial if you visit your technical article section as well. Okay, then you have exam tables and the formulas in the maths table that I would also tell you while we're doing the questions in the class. Now, guys, let's quickly go to the specimen or the mock exam portal so that you would know how do the exams look like. I hope everybody is with me. So our subject is MA. I am taking full exam. Guys, your exam screen will also look like this. Except for this, where you don't have any hint or any marking as such available. Now, can you see this is the first kind of question? These are round buttons. Round buttons means you will just select one option. Please remember. Okay. So, for example, I've selected the second one. Now, if I go to the first one, can you see I could just choose one option? So, round buttons will ensure that you are just choosing one option. Fine. Now, can you see it's a plain box given here? There's no option. So now you need to do the workings and just type the figures over here. Nothing else, only figures. Yeah. Now, can you see there are 2-3 statements written here? The question says which of the above statements are true. So the question has given you various combinations. You need to read it and then match the combination and comment which of the statements are true. Again, it's a bullet, so only one option will be there. Yeah. Everyone, please be attentive. Can you see the shape of the box? It's square. Square means what? Square means that you have to choose multiple options. Like here, the question is asking to choose 2 correct options. So then we will just choose 2. You can see here, I can choose 2 easily. If I want to choose 3, I can do that. If I remove one, only then I'll be able to do that, because there's a protection that has been put in place that the question only requires 2 options. So then we cannot enter more than 2 options. Okay. I'll give your answer, Shash. Now, I think you can see how the question paper pattern will look like. Okay. Now, suppose who has asked me this question? Ahmed. Ahmed has asked me that, suppose here I've chosen higher and the second one I chose lower. Please focus here. Can you see that? When I choose okay, look here. See, here first option is correct, second is wrong. When I choose first one, which is correct, second is wrong, you could think that, ma'am, I'll get 1 marks. No, you will get straight away 0. Because in section A, only if all the correct options are there, only then you'll get 2, otherwise you'll get 0. For example, here I've chosen lower. Now here, if I choose higher, the question is still wrong. When I choose lower, both ways, okay, they both are lower. Can you see my answer is now correct? Because now both parts are correct. Here, if I choose higher, now one has gone wrong, one is correct, I will not get 1 marks, I'll get 0 marks. Is this clear, Ahmad? Here, there's a calculation. Yeah, I think we are clear for this. Now, guys, if this is your screen in the exam and you have to go to another question, you don't need to do next. You can. Sorry. I'll let you know, Sharanya. Just 2 minutes, please. Let me just complete this. Guys, this is your reference. Reference has got all the formula sheets like this also you will get in the exam. There's some formulas which you don't need to learn that will be given to you in the exam. So here are the formulas and the tables that would be available to you in the exam. Even there you can just open reference and you can see all these. This is your help section. Okay, if you have any navigation problems, you can just select here. This is your flag. Okay, let me tell you what is flag. Now, suppose this is the question number 37. Okay, and I really don't know about this question right now. Or I'm very unsure about this question, but I want to come back to it later. So what I will do, I will flag this question. Can you see that the light is turned on? Flag means now, if you don't do this question will be marked as if it was unattempted. Then you will get straight away 0 marks. Clear? Another thing. This is section B, first question. Now, see here, there are so many tasks for the first question. Task 1, task 2, and task 3. 3 questions. The marking of all these sections are also given here. So when you add, when we add all the 3 tasks, then we get a total of 10 marks. So like this, we have 2 more tasks also. Okay, now guys, please see. Can you see in the last question I had done flag? Now I want to come back to it and I want to do the question. So then I'll remove flag. Once I remove flag, now whatever answer I'll select will be final. And okay, and yes, so it will be final. Whenever you unflag a question, no, it's a final. If you do this question and if you're correct, then you'll get 2 marks. Otherwise, you'll get 0 marks. Okay. Meg, let me make you understand flag. Meg, just look here. Everybody, look here. I'll show you. I have flagged this question. Why? Because I'm really not sure of the answer. And when I'm not sure, I want to come back to it later. So there's an option here, test progress details, that precisely tells me how many of the questions are answered, unanswered like that. Yes, Meg? Can you see there's a flag here? So this question tells me that this question is kept separately. Separately means I'm not sure of the question. I'm not given the answer. Flag facility given by ACCA tells us that if you have flagged the question, it is meant that you're going to come back to it later, rethink, and then select the answer. If you have not come back, the time is over. Then this flag question, even if I have chosen the correct option, but even if suppose I choose the correct option, and even though it is flagged, I will not get any marks. I'll get straight away 0, because flag questions are never marked. Now, if you want to mark the questions, if you want to get marks for the questions, if you don't want these questions to be flagged, simply unflag it. And the moment when I unflag it, now you can see the exam progress details. Mehak, it is showing me that I've answered this question. Am I absolutely crystal clear with this? Mehak, any doubts? Great. Now, guys, let's move on. Now you can see, suppose now my paper is completed. So then there's no option here. You will have an option to submit the exam. If you don't submit it, time is up. Your paper will be automatically submitted. So don't worry. Oh my God, where is my paper? It's secured with ACCA. Don't be troubled. Okay. This is how your question paper looks like. Anybody now who's got any confusions, you have any queries in your, so in your heart, head, anywhere, just tell me quickly. Any points that you want to ask till this point, put it in the chat box. Clear? Absolutely great. So now we can start with our paper, with our subject, with our first chapter. Yes? Great. What's your name? ARZ? Okay, Chahat. Yeah. So now we are on our first chapter, accounting firm management. That's okay. That's okay, Chahat. I got your name and it's going to be in my memory. Don't worry. But I just need now 5 minutes from you. So before we start with the subjects, every day we have a break. After 1 hour session, we have 5 to 6 minutes break. Then we do the second 1 hour. Okay. So let's have a break now so that there is no break flow in between. So let's have 5 minutes break and let's start. Yeah, Kanak. So the break name that we have, it's called Kit Kat break. So guys, let's have Kit Kat break. Okay, and all of you can get Kit Kat every day in the class. Now, next class onwards, and have it during this break only. Okay, and this is a break. Okay, this is not the end of the class. What does it mean? You don't have to leave the session. If you find it too boring, put it to me in the chat box, but do not leave the class at all. Otherwise, I'll stop giving this break straight away. Fine. So let's just have 5 minutes break and let's resume at 5:55. And I'm very punctual for my timings, so don't be late at all. Then we'll start with our very first chapter. So see you guys at 5:55. Okay, do not leave the class. Be here. I'll just be there. So I may have my video off right now just for these 5 minutes, but that doesn't mean I've disappeared anywhere. I'm here only. Okay, so let's just resume and start our first chapter at 5:55. Okay, guys, I hope now your Kit Kat chit chat, all the breaks are over. Now, please, let's have the session. Okay, yeah, refreshed. So now we are good to go for a management accounting. So I'm going to play one small video that's going to be reflecting to you about what is management accounting. So now, please sit back. Don't relax fully. Watch the video. Please attentively watch the video so that when I'm teaching you management accounting, you are going to be understanding it bang on. Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen and share the sound. Okay, everybody, attentively please watch this.
Hi, Else here, and in this video I'm going to introduce you to managerial accounting. Please consider downloading the worksheet that goes along with this video. It will help you to record the most critical information from the video so that you'll have notes from which to study from in the future. What is management accounting? Well, to better understand management accounting, it's a good idea to remind ourselves about financial accounting, which is likely a course you've already taken. The focus of financial accounting is the development and maintenance of the accounting information system. This information system collects, records, and organizes a business's activities. The product of any accounting information system is the financial statements. The financial statements tell a business's story, what it does, and how well it does it. They provide a business's financial performance, its current financial position, and its cash flows. External stakeholders use the financial statements to analyze a business and answer questions. This allows them to make decisions and meet their objectives. External stakeholders, also called users, may include shareholders deciding on whether to buy a company's shares or sell them. It could include government agencies such as Revenue Canada, who uses the financial statements to determine the company's income taxes. External stakeholders can also be the company's customers who purchase their products, or the creditors who loan the business money, or even society with regards to whether the business has ethical practices, or what the business's impact is on the environment. There are other external stakeholders, but they are all outside the organization. Financial statements focus on reporting the company's history to their external stakeholders. It takes what has already happened and reports it in the form of the financial statements. Those external stakeholders, because they're making decisions about money, want the financial statements to be right. So the focus of the statement.
I hope that guys you're able to follow this. It's a little bit detail about your financial accounting so that we can just transform from financial accounting to management accounting. So then you will be able to understand the correlationship. Okay?
Statements is on verifiability and precision. That's why financial statements are prepared using accounting standards, such as IFRS, which stands for International Financial Reporting Standards, or ASPE, Accounting Standards for Private Enterprises. External stakeholders also want the financial statements to represent the whole organization, everything that the business does. External stakeholders, when they make decisions about the organization, don't want to know about just one location for, say, Costco. They want to know the story of every single Costco location altogether. How does management accounting differ from financial accounting? Well, management accounting still uses
one of the most important point that has been put up here is financial accounting focuses on financial statements understanding about the entire organization as a whole. Here, you'll find this difference with the management accounting.
uses the same accounting information system, but they use information from the system that is only available to internal stakeholders, such as employees and managers within the organization. These internal stakeholders use the information to make decisions about the future, decisions that will help the business meet their goals and increase the value of the organization moving forward. Management accounting might focus on the whole organization, but it might also look at individual locations or specific geographical locations. For management accounting, it's whatever is necessary to move the organization towards their goals. The emphasis in management accounting is on information that is timely for decision making and on information that is relevant for the decisions being made, whatever they might be. So why focus on timely and relevant information? Because management accounting involves two different types of decisions. The first are strategic decisions. Strategic decisions focus on the entire business, and the goal is to set and implement policies that will move the business forward towards their long-term goals. Strategic decisions look at the company's resources, the threats that exist to the business, and what opportunities are available moving forward. And strategic decisions are, by their very nature, long-term. For instance, General Motors announced in 2018 that they would be closing their Oshawa car manufacturing facility. That facility was once the biggest auto assembly plant in the world, and in 2018 it had existed for over 100 years. However, as part of a global restructuring plan, General Motors announced in 2018 that by the end of 2019, the Oshawa facility would be closed. That's strategic decision making. So what's the risk of strategic decision making? Well, the outcome of any strategic decision deals with the future.
Okay, all these points of strategic and then operational decisions will take care later. And don't worry, I'll be sharing this video in the group as well, the video link. My prima facie focus was, did you understand a core difference between the broader picture, which is financial accounting, and a little narrower picture, which is management accounting? Could you make out the difference? That what is a thin line difference between management accounting and financial accounting? Please revert. Are you able to frame a picture about what is management accounting? Now I'm going to play another video that is going to be focusing on the difference between cost accounting and management accounting. The reason being, most of you consider MA, that is management accounting, as just a cost accounting, but that is not the case. Yes, perfect, Divyam. Guys, and don't be worried, I'm going to take up all these concepts again in the class when we do the first chapter. Okay, so this is all we're just doing for understanding the background. Fine. So I'm going to play another video for cost accounting versus management accounting. I'm just stopping the share for a moment and then I'll share it again. Yeah, I hope the screen is visible. So it's a small video on the difference between cost accounting and management accounting. And it is a very popular topic for your exam as well. Okay, just attentively go through this. It's around 2 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So now, can you make out the slightest differences that you have between a larger picture financial accounting, then management accounting, and then we go down to cost accounting? If there is any confusions and all, I'm going to clarify it right now in the chapter. If you have anything to ask after watching these videos, put it in the chat box. I will take it once I take the chapter. Okay? Okay, guys. So here we're starting our first chapter, which is accounting for management. This chapter is basically, we are focusing on the basic concept that we show, that we just seen in the video. That is, what is management accounting? Of course, Palak, don't worry. Whatever I share, the videos, notes, everything would be shared in the group. Don't be worried about it. Okay. Your task is right now to understand the concept. So first portion that we are going to do in this is just have a look. What is cost and management accounting? What is the purpose of cost and management accounting? Okay, what are the main areas and the three different levels of planning? Strategic, tactical, and operational. And then what is the difference between management and financial? So precisely we have covered our first three portions. That is, what is management accounting, cost accounting, and financial accounting. Let's quickly have an understanding of it. What is cost accounting? So as far as we understand what we have seen in the videos and what we understand generally, cost accounting is nothing but everything relating to cost comes here. So that is, you're preparing the cost records, you're preparing cost reports, you are preparing the cost of a product, everything will be encountered here. Fine? Clear with what is cost accounting in a very simple language? So basically, if I talk about a product cost, inventory cost, service cost, any cost, I will be discussing cost accounting. But when I say management accounting, we're not just concerned with the cost. See, but we're concerned with various decisions, that whether this cost is meeting with the budgets or not. So here I'm taking a step ahead and I'm doing a planning question. Okay, I'm doing an implementation question. Sometimes we have questions like, what are the decisions that are to be taken at different levels of management? Why? So that we can improve on the cost, or maybe we can just improve on the profitability of the company. See, I'm not just focusing on cost. I'm not just focusing on financial accounting, but I am focusing on internal management, which is where management accounting plays a role. In your syllabus, in management accounting, a major portion of cost accounting is covered. So sometimes you will feel cost accounting and management accounting are one and the same thing. But I guess now you understand that they are not. Okay. Management accounting is a bit bigger picture than the cost accounting. So let me just quickly repeat the definition of cost accounting and management accounting here. So what is cost accounting? Cost accounting is, simply speaking, it's the gathering of cost information and its attachment of cost objects, budgets, standard cost, that is budgeted cost, actual cost, comparisons, checking the differences is what is cost accounting. Management accounting is applying the principles of accounting and financial accounting in order to create value for the shareholders in not-for-profit as well as profit-making organizations. Basically, our aim is that based on the financial accounting, we should aim to provide maximum return to the shareholders, maybe by way of reducing the cost or maybe by way of improving the efficiency. So we are just going to have an internal assessment. So that internal assessment of the progress of the company is management accounting. Fine. So one of the core areas of management accounting is costing. I hope now we know why. Because in order to increase profitability, I need to reduce cost. So we're going to the detailed analysis of this cost, which is covered in cost accounting. Second, planning. When I talk about management, planning always comes because we always plan for future. So the main area of management accounting is along with costing, planning. Now, please just have a look. We have two kinds of planning. One is long-term, one is short-term. Let's have an example all of you are doing ACCA, right? Now, what's your long-term plan? That, okay, 3 years down the line, I'll be ACCA affiliate. This is a plan, a long-term that you have planned. What is a short-term plan that you have prepared? That in this coming 1 year, I'm going to clear at least 4 to 5 papers, or maybe 6 papers, 7 papers, but whatever it is, I'm going to clear them. And immediate plan is to clear the next paper in the next quarter. Just like this, every company makes plans. You have heard India makes 5-year plans, 10-year plans. Then Modi comes in the election and they say, okay, we are going to do this work in the next 4 years. What is this? Long-term planning. Yeah. So every company also has long-term plans and short-term plans. Short-term plans means preparing the annual budgets, right? Long-term plan is making a vision for the next 5 years and the 10 years. That is, we now compare, we basically evaluate the objectives of the company, and with regard to the objectives of the company, we set targets for the company over the next 5 years and the 10 years. And then we break these targets into annual targets, which are budgets. These are the short-term plans. Short-term plan means generally a year plan and more. Okay, so now here we have operational plans. Like, if I keep it simple, short-term plans are like annual plans, 6 monthly plans, quarterly plans, monthly plans, weekly plans. All what we are drilling down are short-term plans. Like, you are made a plan today, and I'm going to be studying, 2 chapters completely by day after tomorrow. That's a short-term plan. So over time, we will see how good you are able to achieve your plans. Next is control. So we've discussed cost accounting is a major step. Planning is a major part. Control is a major part. What is control? Let me give you one example. For example, one of you makes a plan that, I'm going to be studying at least, my target is that, in this month, I'm going to complete all the chapters that has been done in the class. So I'll go along with the flow. I'm not going to deviate. After 10 days, you check yourself and you say, oh my God, classes have gone ahead so much and I'm still at the second chapter. Control. Now we will compare your performance with the target that you had set and we'll see where are you. If you're doing too good, I would say, oh, good, very good, continue doing it. And if it is not matching, big gap between actual performance and the budgeted one, I will say, please come on, start studying seriously. This is your control process. So in an organization, what happens? An organization has set a target for the year that we are going to achieve sales of 1 lakh units. But actually, they could do a sale of only 60,000 units. So now we need to see what went wrong. Did the budget was overvalued? Or is it that performance was really gone bad? Why? Do we have machines or not to support the production? Or was it any other thing that a new competitor has suddenly reduced the price, due to which our sales have reduced? So all these analysis we do in the control step, which is a part of management account. Next, decision making. Of course, based on these control decisions, we decide whether we should continue with the existing production facilities, should we expand it, what products to manufacture, how we should get funding for it, is the project good to go, where should we invest the money, where should we get the raw materials from, and so many things. So now I can summarize and say, what is planning? Identifying the goals and objectives of the company, identifying the alternative solutions or the various options that we can have, which can contribute towards achieving the goal. So the various options. Now we will collect data about each option that can help us in achieving the objective. And then we will make a choice of the option to go with, of the decision to go with. The main aim will remain same. No, the objective of the company remains fulfilled and we are able to achieve the objectives. Once you implement your decision, we get the actual results. Now we'll compare actual with the targeted one, that is control process. Okay, and the last step is performance evaluation. Now that performance evaluation in our class is by way of mock test, right? So the mock test will tell me how good you are doing at home. Okay. Similarly, the companies have yearly appraisals of the managers. So then they discuss that, boss, what have you done in this 1 year? Please tell us. If you done too good, we'll give you highest rating. Otherwise, we'll give you moderate or a lower rate. This is performance evaluation. So every activity then gets connected to performance evaluation, where we see whether the manager has done good or not. Okay. Are we absolutely clear with this chain of planning, control? Or, like we discussed, the cost accounting, planning, control, performance evaluation, decision making. Is there anybody in the class who's not understood it? Please put up in the chat box. Are you all absolutely crystal clear with what we have discussed just now? Now, can you correlate FA, cost accounting, management accounting, planning, control processes, everything? Everybody, I want rewards. I want absolutely crystal clarity. So can I say Ahmad, Anjali, Anushka, Apurva, Arshpreet, Achha, you have logged in by 2 names. Okay, Shivlani, Chitra, Diksha, Divya, Divyam, Harsh, Harshita, Heem, Ishu, Joy, Kana, Karthik, Khushbu, Lakshit, Mahek, Mahim, Nandini, Navya, Palak, Preksha, Sharanya, Sushri, Yashika. You guys are absolutely crystal clear. Great. Okay, not absolutely clear. Okay, Mahek, let's understand it. Why you're not clear? Mahek, can you unmute yourself? And everybody whose name I've called out, if you're not clear, put up in the chat box. Mahek, yes. Please unmute. Yeah. So Mahek, let's discuss it again. Are you clear with the planning step? Mahek, unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you clear with the control step? Yes or no?
Yes.
Then what are you not clear with? Tell me.
Yes,
come on, tell me. No, I don't want to hear yes, ma'am. You are not clear with something, right? You said. So just tell me what you're not clear with. I could explain it.
Management accounting समझने आया, बाकी तो आ गया.
Okay. Fine. Let's understand what is management accounting again. What is, management accounting? Meg, let's take your example. Now, suppose you are studying. I'll explain you FA and MA. Okay. The difference. First, let's understand MA. What is management accounting? Let's talk about a company. Forget about you. Let's talk about a company, ABC. Okay, Meg? Now, ABC company has got some plans, has prepared a financial statement, balance sheet, P&L. Okay. ABC company has got balance sheet, P&L prepared, cash flow statement prepared. Now, I want to understand that whether, the marketing department is doing well or not. Can I understand by way of financial accounting? Just reply me yes or no. Shivlani, you also tell me yes or no. By just looking at the balance sheet and P&L, can I say that, marketing department is doing good or not? Can I just make that comment, Shivlani? Shash? Right. Very good. You cannot make the comment. So then there has to be some force or some guidance that could tell me that the areas that I'm going into details, whether they're performing well or not. So it's more like an internal thing. Yes, Shash and Mehak. Do you think as an investor, you really want to know how is the marketing department of Reliance Industries doing? Do you really want to know that? No, right? Am I clear, Mehak and Shivlani? Suppose I'm talking about Reliance Industries. Are you really interested to know whether the marketing department, the admin department, they're doing good or not? I don't think as an investor, I'm interested. As an investor, I just want to know what is the profits of Reliance because I've got shares of that company. So then I just want to know whether it will pay me dividend or not. Yes, is this absolutely clear till this point to all those who have got confusions? All those in the class? Shivlani, please revert. Keep typing in. When I'm putting it to you, I want your revert step by step. And all those who are feeling shy of asking questions, if you're not clear, you can also put it here. So now let's go ahead. So now I've got a concept which is management accounting, that is basically doing the accounting. Accounting is not a journal entry that we do here. So now we are looking into details of a company from management point of view. Like I would see, management would like to set targets and see whether they're achieved or not. Not just in terms of reducing the cost, but in terms of other efficiency areas as well. Because objectives are multiple. So management accounting ensures that we are able to see, measure the objectives of a company. We're able to analyze the performance of every department or every branch. With respect to that objective, we can plan for that, the branch or the department. Okay, for the branch or the department. And so basically we're going in detail of that organization. This is management accounting. And it's an internal accounting because it is from the point of view of management. Why does the management do it? To ensure that it can, improve on its planning for the targets in the coming years, that is in future, and whatever performance has happened in the past, it can compare it with budgets to ensure that the performance is meeting the targets or not. Now, am I absolutely clear? Yes, Mehak, you're correct. Very good. It is not related to the finance of an enterprise, Mehak. Financial accounting is relating to the enterprise as a whole for its accounting, like balance sheet, P&L, cash flow, and all. Am I clear? Yes. Shash, are you clear? Very good. So now my entire class absolutely crystal clear. Very good. Good. Okay. And you can ask me a question 100 times, but don't carry doubts with you after the class. Good. And I'll really like it. Mehak, this logo is very good. Yes, Shash. So management accounting is basically for the company for its own understanding of the internal levels, okay, internal working. So in simply speaking, it is for that purposes only. Okay, now we can move ahead and we can see that 3 different levels of an organization. You all know the 3 different levels. Suppose in a Reliance Industries, the first level is like Mukesh Ambani, and his family sitting in the board of directors, and the other directors. We have CEOs, CFO, MDs, the top shots. Okay, so most of you, when you do ACCA, you visualize yourself to be MD of Reliance Industries. So now come back. You would be joining the tactical level. What is the tactical level? Middle level. So you may be a manager. Okay, you may be joining as a manager, you may be joining as senior manager, directors. These are all directors is the position, which are not board of directors. So these are all tactical, the middle levels. The lower levels are the ones who are actually doing the work. Like we have associates, we have consultants and all in an organization. Okay, so lower levels are not the peons. They are the ones who are not, who are actually doing the working. So they are the ones who are actually doing the site work. Okay, this is the lower level of the organization. Why we are discussing it? In order to see the perspective. See, what is Reliance Industries, Mukesh Ambani, Isha Ambani, and all that board of directors interested into? Are they interested into that whether the invoice was made correctly or not today? Certainly not. What is the cost of their product? No, they're not interested into that. They are interested into a larger picture, that where is going to be Reliance Industries 10 years down the line, how we are going to expand. Okay, what is the market force? How is the market standing of the company? So they are more planning for oriented. They are more forward looking. They are more looking into the fact that whether they are able to achieve the objectives as per the plan or not. So this is called a strategic level. Agreed. Divyam, in a service industry, like you go to EY, all this big fours, we don't have any labor working. Okay. So when you talk about, suppose in an audit audit vertical, the lower or the operational level would be the consultants and the associates that join, because they're not a part of decision making as such. Am I clear? Divyam? Because Divyam had put up to me, labor is in the operational level. This is what you've studied in the class, right? In your 11th, 12th and BCom. But labor is in operational level in case of manufacturing. We have service industry as well. Okay. Now, guys, so we are clear, strategic level is the top level. That means they're just making strategies and the policies. They're more interested into it. Tactical are the ones who are really troubled a lot, because they follow the instructions given by the strategic and they ensure that these instructions are fulfilled and met. So they make the operational people work. So all those who are working, they know that how managers, they tell you that you have to complete this report and give it to me today. You have to do this work and give it to me. Why? Managers are tactical levels. They have to get the work done from the operational level and report it to the top management. So therefore, tactical level is the main level in an organization. It's very, very crucial level. Okay, they prepare the budgets. So here we have managers, senior managers, directors and all. They come a part of it. So they prepare the budgets, they prepare forecasts, they prepare annual budgets. They see the resources that the company has, and then the annual budgets are merged to make 5-year plans, which is important for top level. Okay, they make annual budgets based on the performance of the operational level. So you can see that how they are related. Operational people are the ones who are working, they're the people who are who are mainly working on the site. So these are called as operational level people. Now, do you think they're a part of decision making? What targets are given to them? They are given daily targets, they're given monthly targets, they are given weekly targets. Because operational people are really not bothered what is their annual target. They will say, boss, it's so far. Come on, give us monthly targets. So all of you can relate to it, that when you're joining a new company, as just a fresher, you're generally given daily, monthly, and the weekly targets, because then you are just at the operational level for that service chain. I hope I'm clear. So now, are you clear with the 3 levels of the organization, guys? Strategic, tactical, and operational. Any queries with anybody? Put it in the chat box. Okay, I don't want just a few students. Everybody revert to me, you're clear or not. Quick. That's good. Very good. Yeah, I'll repeat the tactical level. Sushri, now suppose you've joined an organization, you're a manager of the organization. Okay, you're manager audit. Sushri, for you, you've joined as a manager in audit. Now, when you join, after you've joined and you've got the party and all, what will happen? Now, your senior management will tell you that, boss, you have to get this audit done. Okay, this quarterly audit done, it's your responsibility. Of course, you're not going on the ground. So you will have associates, consultants, articles, and you will call them and you will say, you team, go to the site and you please do the work. Now, can you differentiate that management who gave you order is the top management? The ones who are going on the site, operational level, you are managing everything, you are tactical level. You are giving them targets. That you got a target of quarterly preparation. You are telling them you have to prepare it in 25 days. So you are giving them short-term targets. Okay, am I clear now, Sushri? Great. Okay, so now I'll just repeat the tactical level, which is also known as the management control. It is the process by which managers, they assure that the resources are obtained and they're used effectively and efficiently in the accomplishment of organization's object. So tactical people ensure that the resources that are available with the company are used in the most efficient and the effective manner, so that the overall objectives which are set by the strategic level, they are achieved without any problems. First, let's understand operational control, then I'll go to these 2 points. Okay. Now, what is operational control? It is the process of assuring that specific tasks are carried out effectively and efficiently. Now, the tactical managers were given broad targets or bigger targets. Let's suppose I was in Deloitte. So when I was a manager, I was given, if I would be given the target of doing annual audits of, suppose, an ITC company, that's a client of Deloitte. Okay, so now I was given an audit of doing ITC company for the entire year. Now, this was my target as a manager because I was tactical level person. Now, to my consultants who are associates who are under me, I would give them the target that, look, go to ITC and give me the quarterly reports. Can you see how specific my target was? That here I mentioned them very clearly that you have to give me quarterly reports. Once one quarter is over, then we'll go to the next quarter and then we'll go to the next quarter. I did not give them directly annual targets. This is tactical and operational level difference. Okay. Now here we understand two things which are very good MCQ questions also. What is efficiency and what is effectiveness? Efficiency is achieving the maximum output from the input resources used. Now let's have the best example, guys. Everybody has got the 24 hours, right? Now suppose I take 10 students and I say, let me see how much you have studied in this entire week. Do you think all of the 10 students will study at the same rate? No. Suppose each student has got 6 hours available. One student is able to do in 6 hours 10 questions. One student is able to do in 6 hours 20 questions. One student is able to do in 6 hours only 2 questions. Okay. So the efficiency of each student is different. This is efficiency. Efficiency is what is the best output achieved with the inputs which are available. This is efficiency. I hope I'm clear. Next is effectiveness. What is effectiveness? Effectiveness is here I'm not considering the timeline which is available. Correct. Yeah. Efficiency is when you're giving the maximum result in the given time frame. Effectiveness is, boss, are you able to complete your entire studies till the exam date or not? Suppose all of you have given me an exam date of 1st of March. Now I will see out of all the students that are there in the group, how many of you are prepared for your exam. This is effectiveness. That given the time which is available, okay, whether the output is achieved in line with the objectives or not. Your objective is clearing the exam. So whether all of you are able to clear the exam at the deadline which is given to you or not. So here I'm not checking how many hours Mr. A studied, Mr. B studied, Mr. C studied. I'm not checking that, right? So I'm not checking how many hours Mahim studied, Nandini studied, or Navya studied. I'm just checking whether all of you, boss, are you able to achieve your result of clearing the exam or not. This is output. This is effectiveness. Am I able to differentiate the two? So efficiency is hours, number of questions. If our effectiveness is exam, clearing the exam. Fine? Everybody? Okay. So till this point, any queries, please tell me. Are you now absolutely clear with what is strategic control, planning, operational control, tactical controls? So what are the measures that are at each level? What is effectiveness? What is efficiency? Am I clear? Anybody who's not clear, quickly put up in the chat box. Thank you, Sharanya. Okay, so anyone who's not clear, put it in the chat box. And don't be shy. I mean, you want to put it, don't hesitate, put it here. I'll explain again. Okay, then let's have a question. Excuse me. Though it's very easy question, read the first plan and tell me it is which plan. Strategic plan, tactical plan, or operational plan? Quickly. What is plan 1? Strategic, operational, or tactical? You can write SOT. Plan 1 only. Guys, quick. Let me see the first 10 students who have answered it correctly. So we have Shash, Mehek, Kanak, Heem, Anushka, Yashika, No Apurva, Divyam, Chitra. No, Chitra, it's wrong. Sorry. Navya, Harsh. So I've got my 10 students and Diksha, Kanak, Khushbu, Ashpreet, Apurva. Now you guys are correct. Boss, it is strategic. Why are you telling me it's tactical or operational? Who is he we're talking about? Senior management. What they're talking about is a 5-year plan, long-term plan. Do you think as a manager, I would see what is Reliance going to be there in the next 5 years? I'll say, why would I care for it? We have Mukesh Ambani sitting for the same. Clear? So it's a long-term planning. It's a strategic level. Am I absolutely clear now, Apurva and Chitra? Please revert quickly. Okay. Don't put your heads down. Go to plan number 2 and tell me what is it? Strategic level, operational level, tactical level. What kind of plan it is? Come on, guys. I want this answer very quickly. Second one, quickly. Let's see who are the first 10 students. Come on, give me the answer. Kanak, good. Yashika, good. Anushka, wrong. Mehek, good. Heem, wrong. Diksha, good. Divyam, correct. Shash, correct. Sharanya, Lakshit, Chitra, Ashpreet, Harsh, Khushbu, correct. Rest everyone sleeping people, wake up and tell me the answer. Come on. Navya, correct. So it is tactical. Just because it is sales director, why would you say it's strategic level? Yes, him. Just by looking at sales director, like I said, it's tactical. When you have board of directors, you have senior management. Okay, Shash, I'm sorry if I missed out. Yes, correct. ARZ, you're Shash only, no? No, I'm sorry, you're Chavi. Chavi. Oh, my bad. I missed it. Chahat, so you were correct in all these. Chahit, you were correct in all this. Okay, I'm clear, Heem. It is not strategic, it is tactical, because we're talking about senior manager and senior director. They are part of the middle level, no? Why? Because they are just making the plans to increase sales by 5% in the next year with some provisional planning for future years. They are not doing a plan for 5 years. They're just doing for 1 year. This involves planning resources, promotion and all. Guys, who will plan the resources and all? The middle level only, no? Because like I said, they are the ones who are into it, right? Anushka, are you clear? It's not operational level. Because operation means you are just looking at the next month, next quarter, not beyond that. And you are the one who's actually doing it. You're not allocating resources, but you are getting the allocated resources. Okay. Third one. Let's see who gives me the correct answer. So Chahit is first. Manager of sales territory specifies the weekly sales targets to each sales representative. Come on, give me the correct answer. So let's see who has given me the correct answers. Yeah, Kanak, Divyam, Apurva, Diksha, Yashika, Mehek, very good. Chahit, Ashpreet, Lakshit, Chitra, Mahim, Sharanya, very good. Navya, wrong. Khushbu, very good. Harsh, very good. So the correct answer is operational level. Why, Navya? Don't you see that the manager is giving the specific targets to sales representative? So don't you think this sales he's basically, giving the specific targets to an operational level? So is it not operational level planning? Yeah? Are you clear now? Absolutely? Without any query, Navya? And like Kanak said, plan 1 was strategic, then tactical, then operational. Great. Okay, now everybody, one more question. Come on, now you know about financial accounting and management accounting. I'm not repeating it. So let's try one activity. Give me the answer for this one. Sorry. Activity 1. I'll tell you the third and the fourth option also. Third option is 1 and 3. Fourth option is 2 only. 1 and 3, 2 only. So now tell me which is the correct option. A, B, C, D. Let's see who's the correct one. Third option is 1 and 3. Fourth option is 2 only. Very good, Diksha. Sharanya wrong. Chahit wrong. Arshpreet correct. Very good. Chitra correct. Navya wrong. Apurva wrong. Khushbu wrong. Shash wrong. Mehak correct. Yashika wrong. Lakshit wrong. Come on, everybody, revert to me. No. This is not allowed. Huh? You are going to write one by one all options, then it's wrong. Chahit, only one time answering, but then that's also wrong what you have answered. Him wrong. Apurva, very good, correct. Nandini, correct. Very good. What's your answer, Preksha? Sharanya, Sushri. Tell me. Mahim. Lakshita. Joy, Ishu. Arshpreet, Anushka, Ahmed. What's your answer? Come on, you can be wrong. That's okay. But at least put your answer. Preksha, very good. Correct. Sushri, correct. Divyam, wrong. Sharanya, I'm sorry. If I call your names and you have answered, then it's okay. I mean, sometimes I may miss your name. Arshpreet, very good. Correct. Mahim, wrong. What's the correct answer? Most of you have answered me 2 and 3 or 2. These two are the maximum options that you have given me. Yes. So Chahit says, ma'am, I'm confused and I'm getting only the third option correct. Second is also correct in respect to financial accounts. Mehak is giving me the final correct answer. So let's understand why it is the answer. So what's the answer? The correct answer is option number D, 2 only. You'll say, what? Why third is not correct? Let's see. There is a legal requirement to prepare management accounts. That's certainly wrong. There is no rule that says you have to prepare management accounts. We have a legal requirement to prepare financial accounts. Company law tells us. So first is absolutely wrong. So all those who gave me first, you're wrong. Second, the financial accounts format is largely determined by law. Absolutely correct. Who tells me the balance sheet and the P&L format? Don't you think IFRS and companies law, they tell us the format? So yes, it is absolutely correct. So second is by way correct. Let's see the third one. Management accounting serves as a future planning tool and they're not using historical record. Who said they don't use historical record? Let me take a case. I am checking whether my actual performance is meeting with the standards or not. So when I set the standard was set in the past. So am I not checking my past performance with the actual performance? Or past targets with the actual performance? Is the management accounting, right? When we put up a cost, don't we see the costs which are already incurred and then we plan for the future cost? So we always take base of historical records to prepare for the future. So it's wrong. Am I clear? So management accounting uses historical data to prepare or to plan for future. So it's a future planning tool, but it definitely takes help of past records. Otherwise, how will we estimate a cost in the future? Now, is this absolutely crystal clear, this understanding? Okay. So I believe now Mahim, Anushka, Divyam, Heem, Chahit, Mahim, Lakshit, Yashika, Khushbu, Navya, Sharanya. All of you are absolutely crystal clear now. Yeah, but the second statement is for financial accounting. Yes, it can definitely give, see the question says, yeah, ideally, yes, the question should be reframed as which of the following statements about management accounts or financial accounts are true. Yes, the question should be reframed. Divyam, I would always confuse you. So you have to stick to your answer, okay? If you given D and if I say, no, it's wrong, you should be like, no, it's D only. Okay. Yes, so I think it was rightly put up by you. Who gave me this? Yeah, Kanak, you have rightly put it up. That this question actually should be reframed as which of the following statements about management accounts or financial accounts are true. So I would really put it up to BPP now. No, they can always make the corrections. That's all. Yeah. So since it was a first class, so then I'll not take it forward more. The next topic is data and information that I will start in the next class. Till this point, whatever we have done, I want you all to just go back, think again what we have done. If you have books, ebooks, please just read till here. You're absolutely sure that you are absolutely understood the concept. Then we'll go to the next chapter. Okay, so in the next class, we'll complete this chapter and also probably complete the next chapter. Okay. Our classes will never be in a hurry, much hurry, until and unless your guys are absolutely clear. I'll never move to the next. Okay. Next class onwards, you'll have questions. Some questions will be done in the class and some would be given in homework. Okay. So I do hope that this first session was understandable by all of you and you're absolutely crystal clear to what we have studied. Yes. In case if you have any queries in today's topics, don't worry, in the next class, first thing is always a query discussion. So we'll take up the queries of anyone who's got any understanding issues, any concept issue, or anything relating to this topic. Okay. So thank you so much for your first session. And I really hope that the session was not boring. Yeah, we are studying from BPP. One more thing, if you want to buy the book or get the ebook, links and all, please just contact the VGLT team. They will guide you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anushka, Apurva. Good night. Yes, Shash, we will always have this time only 5 to 7. Unless there's something urgent or there's something due to which I have to reschedule a session, that's very rare situations, then you would have a reschedule arrangement. Otherwise, always it's going to be 5 to 7 p.m. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Kanak. Good night. Take care and keep studying. Today you can relax a bit. Next class onwards, study perfectly. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye. Notes and all, everything, I'll just share in the WhatsApp group.